That joke was stupid. But anyways, man, what's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy, Jake Willie Silly, man. AKA Mr. Take It Easy. Before you end up like BZ, make sure y'all follow my Twitch, man. Subscribe to my second channel. Everything you know about your boy Jay is in the description down below. I started off a little late today, so your boy Jay go start with some true crime. We're gonna do long videos today. I really don't want to do a lot of videos today. I'll probably drop 1 or 2. Hey, how long, you feel me? I've been live streaming. Somebody let me know. I'll genuinely appreciate it. You feel me? But nah, we're gonna do long videos today, so it's probably like an hour-long video. I don't know. That's just the type of mood that I'm in. But we got cops suspect missing grandmother was chopped up and grilled by hold on. Let me read that again. Cops suspect missing grandmother was chopped up and grilled by her own family. Y'all probably ain't, y'all probably thought y'all heard something, different, but I'm gonna say it again. Jay, say it again. Cops suspect missing grandmother was chopped up and grilled by her own family. Hey, this is gonna be a good one right here, chat. For all my new subscribers and new viewers, if y'all want to go watch, the most heinous, and deadliest crimes, it is in the playlist section. That's all I'm gonna say. True crime reactions is what they call it. Pretty wicked what they call it.
It's a quiet summer afternoon in this Maryland neighborhood. But when
why everybody so surprised in the freaking chat? Y'all surprised by this? After all the videos I showed y'all surprised by this? I don't understand, gang. You know what I'm saying? I'm not surprised by anything in this world. I ain't gonna lie, I did kind of like, dang, grandmother, chopped up. It seemed like on some cartel, but come on, man. All the videos that we've seen together, all the things that we've been through together, and y'all surprised about this?
Spots a plume of black
seen a lot of crazy-ish, man.
Into the air from the brush in a nearby house's backyard. They call the fire department. The fire department arrives to
holy crap.
But by then, the fire has burned out, and there's no sign of any arsonists. Little do they know that 4 days earlier, this house that looks just like all the rest was the scene of something
holy
like
crap.
a horror movie.
Woman allegedly killed and dismembered by her daughter and granddaughter. It's a case that is stopping everyone in their tracks.
Burned and dismembered her body into more than 67 pieces.
This is Celia Hardy. She's 19, and she says that her grandmother...
A sister did this? A sister? Oh my God. A sister did this? This seemed on some cartel-ish, bro. This seemed on some cartel. A sister did this? That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't never heard a sister do this. One thing about mice people, we don't do this. One thing about mice people, one little gunshot to the head. Couple of gunshots, couple of pow, 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 pow. Couple of gunshots, but chopping up and grill. Oh, that's some cartel-ish right here.
Aren't all that unusual.
She always screamed. Like when she used to fall and stuff, she would always scream. So we found a dismembered body. Do you know what dismembered means? Okay, so we found pieces of her body. Pieces like chopped up, like somebody's body was chopped up in bags in the house. I can't say for sure that it's your grandmother. I don't know whose body it is. I don't know who else's body would be in the house.
But her grandmother, 71-year-old Margaret Craig, hasn't been seen since. When the police get involved, they'll discover that this apparent missing persons case is far from ordinary.
I know she went missing twice last year, and in January she did the same thing. No, she came back the 3rd day, but she never said where she was or anything. And I kept on asking, she didn't want to tell me.
A grandmother's scream, a smoking grill, and a chainsaw bought from Amazon. Here on the decoder, with never-before-seen interview footage, this is the disturbing story of the disappearance of Margaret Craig. She's known affectionately as Auntie Joyce among her relatives. As she got older, she began experiencing health issues. She'd recently suffered multiple strokes, and as a result, she needed long-term care. Her nurse was her daughter, 44-year-old Candace. Living under the same roof and spending almost all their time together, Candace was dedicated to looking after her mother. She seems to have been the perfect daughter to the perfect mom. As a result, anyone would think she'd be distraught at the idea her mom had gone missing and that she'd contact the authorities as soon as she could. But it doesn't work out quite that way. On May 31st, one of Margaret's nephews drives over to the house. She hasn't been returning his calls for a week now. Having had so many medical emergencies in the past, her her relatives are terrified that the next one will be her last. When no one answers his knock on the door, he calls the police. He messages Candace at the same time. He says, "I'm on the phone with the police. They are doing a wellness check. Sorry to scare you, but this is not normal." She responds with a thumbs up. When she finally comes to the door, she tells the family members that are gathered there that Margaret's gone to a friend's house. She says she'll go to the police once 72 hours has passed, not before. This is convincing enough that the responding officer leaves without taking any action. Margaret is an adult after all, even if she's a vulnerable one. Candace's words are enough for the police, but not for Margaret's family. One of them, at least, is still concerned enough that 2 days later, on June 2nd, they call 911 again.
Somebody did come forward and contacted the police department and asked the police to do a welfare check.
Officers respond to Margaret's address at 1:37 p.m. Candace answers the door and lets the cops in, seemingly ignorant that there's anything to worry about. It hasn't yet been 72 hours, after all, since she last saw her ailing mother, at least according to her. But what the police discover inside the house will throw everything into question, including the devoted daughter's claims. Is Margaret really missing, or is the truth something worse? The investigators sit down with both Candace and her daughter Celia. They want to know when exactly they last saw Margaret, in what circumstances, and what they think might have happened to their beloved mother and grandmother. Candace is visibly in pain before the investigator comes in to talk to her. She's recently had issues with her back and went to the ER for it about a month ago. Has something she's done recently, some physical activity, like heavy lifting, aggravated the issue again? It's body language like this that will be key in her interview. Pressure from family members, the community, and the media is mounting. They need to find out if Candace and her daughter's stories match up.
Basic information. What is your last name?
Craig. Who do you live with in that house? My grandmother, my mother, and my mother's boyfriend. What's his name? How long has he been living in the house with y'all? 2 years now. 2 years? Okay.
The investigators can tell Celia has something to say.
So when was the last time you seen your grandmother? On Tuesday, before I left to go to work. And you saw her last on, around what time was that when you went to work? Was it 11:30 in the morning? Yeah, before I went to work. Was she okay? Like, was it? I had to check on her to let her know I was going to work. Where was she at? She was in the house. In her room? Yeah. When you said you checked on her, was something wrong with her? No, I guess she was just sleeping. Okay.
So I know that your mother's missing. What is, kind of fill me into what's going on?
My daughter saw her on Tuesday. She said she was in the bathroom dumping her colostomy bag, and her grandma come out her room, and then she went out the front door. And then when she went out the bathroom, she realized the front door was open, so she knew she had to leave. But she didn't see her leave, but she knew she heard her.
So Ron saw her Tuesday, May 29th.
Yeah, she said before she went to work.
So far, so good. Both mother and daughter concur that the last time Margaret was seen was on Tuesday, 3 days earlier, May 30th.
And you said you left.
Look, man, one thing I'll never do is underestimate anybody. You know what I'm saying? And that's just a fact. I don't care if he your brother. I don't care if she your sister. I don't care if that's your mom. I don't care if that's your dad. Y'all got to understand, that is just a title. Brother is a title. Sister is a title. Mother is a title. Dad is a title. That's still a human being. You don't know what's going on through his mind. You don't know what's going on through her mind. What if this the day that she or he decides to kill you? What if all week your mother or your dad has been dealing with these thoughts of killing his son or her son or his daughter, her daughter? You don't know what be going on. You really don't know what people be dealing with, even in your own house. The whole time they'll act like everything cool, but the whole time he or she planning to kill you. I don't trust nobody but God. That's just how it is. I don't trust nobody but God. It's just real. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Because I don't know what you thinking, bro. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Lock your doors. Like I said, I don't understand how people don't lock their doors. Lock your doors. What if one night, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, your door unlocked. You feel me? And mama come in on killing the family. I told you, I've done reaction like these, y'all. I've done reactions. 12-year-old girl stabbing a little brother in the chest numerous of times, bro. For no reason. Just did it. I've done numerous reactions of mothers killing kids. Kids killing mothers. Kids killing grip. I've done numerous reactions like this. I'm telling y'all, bro. Maybe most of the true crime reactions that I've did was family members killing family members. I'm telling y'all right now. It's always with somebody close killing somebody close. I'm telling y'all, bro. It's rare that I've reacted to a true crime reaction and a stranger killed the stranger. You know what I mean? That this person did harm. I'm telling you, bro. 95%, bro. Be who close, bro. I'm telling y'all, bro. It'd be crazy. I'd be like, dang, bro. Husband killed wife. Y'all be seeing it, bro. Y'all be seeing it, too. Most of the true crime be people happening close to them, bro. It's rarely somebody that you don't know. I'm telling y'all, bro, the worst people you need to watch out, though, is closest to you, bro. I'm telling y'all, bro. Watch out. Never get too comfortable around anybody, bro. You know what I mean? Never be like he wouldn't, she wouldn't, man. Always be watching everybody. Of course, you're more comfortable around your mother than, you know, but always watch it, though. You know what I'm saying? Just always be on guard. I mean, even around the house.
Stroke, diabetic. She was showing signs of early.
Realize that's mama, bro.
Really diagnosed. The doctor never diagnosed her.
She show you them signs, boy.
As Candace is talking about her mother's condition, we observe her touching her neck and her back again, like she can't get comfortable. This is a stressful situation, and she's only making her mother sound more vulnerable. Perhaps conveniently.
That's crazy, though, bro.
Dementia is something
that's crazy.
Doctor can confirm.
When you know about her personal life or anything, like anything going on in the house, that would be issues.
Celia, meanwhile, focuses less on her grandmother's medical issues and more on her family's personal ones.
What was her condition when you saw her Monday?
She was quiet all day on Monday. She basically stayed in the room. She didn't really do anything. That was it. She was in the bed. It was quiet. Like the last couple of days, she was just quiet.
He said one of them about to slip up on biz.
And then she would just start crying when she gets off the phone, like she was depressed. And I kept on telling her, you need to tell your family how you're feeling. And she didn't want them to know certain things. And she was like quiet.
So where do you think she don't drive, right?
No.
Well, she didn't drive. Where do you think she went?
I have no idea. Normally, if she needs to go somewhere, she'll ask me. But I went to the ER.
Like, imagine lying like that is some dark. That's some dark and evil junk right there, boy. You lying, acting like you don't know where your grandmother is, knowing that you chopped your mother up and grilled her, knowing that you killed her, and you just that's a different level of darkness right there, boy. It's a different level of evil, boy.
Got my spine, so I haven't been driving that much. But normally she'll call her brother-in-law, but they didn't pick her up that day. And my dad is really not concerned. He's thinking that she's with some man. I said, no, if she was with some man, she would have told me. So I don't think that's the case. But he's like, oh, she'll pop up.
Candace is downplaying her lack of concern now, but just next door, Celia is undermining her mother's story.
So is that normal for you? Like if you came home and didn't see your grandmother for 3 or 4 days, would you think that was normal or is that abnormal? No, that's not normal. My mother, she was telling me how she did it before, but I never did that. She did it before. Okay, but normally you're seeing her every day when you come home from work or when you're leaving the house? Yeah. So you didn't? Mostly in her room all the time. Where did your mom say she went? Oh, she don't know. So she didn't say she went to a friend's house or anything? Yeah.
So who reported her missing?
Today, I don't know. I know she went missing twice last year, and then January she did the same thing. And
was there a report for that?
No, she came back the 3rd day, but she never said who she was or anything. And I kept on asking, she didn't want to tell me. But she came back the 3rd day. I don't know who made the report today. So me and my cousin were supposed to go to the police station today to file a report. So Wednesday, the police came to the house. I think one of my cousins called, so they came to the house and they looked around. And I told them about the history of her being gone. And they was like, well, I will wait out 72 hours to see if she came back. And that's the reason why I was going to file today.
When was the last time you spoke to your mom over the phone?
She texted me Monday to come down and open a bottle of water, but that was about it. And usually when I text her, she never responds, hardly. And when she needs me, she'll come by the step and she'll call my name. And she'll bang on the wall.
Text you on Monday.
No, that's her cell phone that texts. That's the house phone. She'll call me from the house phone if she needs me.
Until now, all of Candace's story has been anecdotal, but a text is something they can check against phone records. They can see if a text was sent from Margaret's phone on Monday, May 29th, but they can't know if it was Margaret herself who sent it.
How did you guys get here today? Tell me what happened today.
Today, I was in the basement cleaning up my daughter's colostomy bag, Celia, because she had a mess over the place. And there was a knock on the door. And then the officer, someone reported her missing. And he came in and he looked around the place and that was it. So they had me upstairs in the living room. They didn't allow anybody to come in the house or to leave the house. And I'm here. When I talked to the police officer, he just said they was going to ask me questions about the last time I've seen my mom and stuff like that.
The investigator tries to determine what this partially disabled 71-year-old might have taken with her if she'd left the house of her own accord.
Does this seem strange that I know that you said previously, she did it twice or three times in the past, but this has been for about 5 days. So this doesn't seem strange to you?
She was gone 3 days before, so I'm thinking, okay, she's going to pop up at the end of the day, but that never happened. So I said if she doesn't pop up, I told the family members, if she's not here by 72 hours, I'm going to file a report. Because before she came home, I think the second day or third day.
She'd need money, too, if she'd taken off.
So do you have access to your mom's account or anything like that?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
So have you noticed in the last 4 or 5 days any normal transactions?
She has not made nothing. She doesn't have a credit card, so it's nothing. And she can't remember her passwords. Her book where she has all her passwords was on the bed.
What kind of account?
Capital One.
She got Capital One.
Yes.
And you haven't noticed any transactions on her Capital One card?
The only transactions that was made, that I made them, she didn't make anything.
It's becoming clear here that Candace is the closest person in the world to her mom, who's separated from her husband and has no other children. If she doesn't know where Margaret is, with access to her bank accounts and knowledge of everything happening in her life, then who does? But Candace is continuing to emphasize her mother's poor mental well-being.
How would you describe your relationship?
I mean, bro, do y'all really think that this woman gonna come forward and like y'all see how this woman like y'all really expect killers to come forward? You know what I mean? Like at first, heck no, she ain't gonna come forward. She know exactly what happened to her mother. You know what I mean? She know she's chopped up. She know everything. Chopped up. You know what I'm saying? Burnt a lot. She know everything. You know what I mean? But you think she gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you think she gonna, you gotta investigate. You know what I mean? With this woman right here, you gotta investigate. You gotta do some hard, deep digging. Because if you think she finna come forward and say she did it, it's gonna be a cold day in hell.
We're close.
Oh, you got to do some good investigating. It's gonna take
everything.
Days of work.
She probably is not happy with the career choice that I made. Like, she wanted me to continue school. She probably had disappointments about that. But other than that, she calls me every day. Anytime she needs something, it's me. I guess my mother and daughter relationship, I should say. You mean like my mother and her relationship? Mm-hmm. How is it? It's okay. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, outside of the regular family or even just, I've been hearing my mother been taking her money too. Is she unemployed? Yeah. How long has she been unemployed? She stopped working, I say, some years now. Okay. More than 3 years. She said she gets paychecks, but I don't know how. Okay.
Celia again agrees with her mom's account, but she goes even further. Candace's lack of employment has been a source of tension in the house.
You would have been violent with her or anything, or?
No, never.
Okay.
I don't have her yelling or down yelling at us or nothing. I know, like, my grandmother, she calls my mother name, like, every day, and she gets irritated and stuff. Like, why should she call me and stuff, but that's about it.
Okay.
Now, hold on a minute. We've been talking about a missing elderly lady, confused and depressed with likely undiagnosed dementia, according to her daughter. Only now, the investigators are asking about violence. There's something else going on here.
And you're not, so she calls you every day, and at this point, you're not concerned, even though you typically talk to her daily. And here it is, it's been 4 days, 5 days, and...
That's what said it's 72 hours I was going to report. So I said if I didn't hear from her by the 72 hours, yes, I'll file. That's when my concern will kick in.
So, okay, so we have some investigators that are at the house now. They're conducting they got a court-ordered search warrant to search the house. So they're doing that now.
Candace's face looks stricken. She's shaken to her core, but why? If it's because they're searching her house, what is she so afraid they'll find? Little does she know, they've already found it.
So right now, what we're investigating, we found a dismembered body. Do you know what dismembered means? Okay, so we found pieces of a body. Pieces like chopped up, like somebody's body was chopped up in bags in the house. I can't say for sure that it's your grandmother. I don't know whose body it is. I don't know who else's body would be in the house, but she's obviously missing at this point.
Can't act.
We'll get her.
She can't act. What? Let's go with the fake tears. Come on, fake tears, fake tears. Go and try to think about something sad. Come on, fake tears. You can't act. She trying to get it out, y'all. She trying to get it out. You know what I mean? Oh, I got to put on this acting now. You know, let's go, fake tears. Where's that, man? Let's go. You know what I mean? Oh, shoot. It can't happen. She can't fake it like she cares. She can't fake it.
We'll get whoever it is identified.
She trying to. Look at her. She trying to open up the mouth and she trying.
And, you know, everybody says that they haven't seen her. It probably is her. So that's what I'm a homicide detective.
She don't even look surprised.
So that's why I'm asking you the questions along the line.
She's scared though.
Would it, like, if it got to a point where it got so, like, to a point where maybe it got so violent, you know what I'm saying? So, because the thing is that it wouldn't make any sense for us to find, like, you know, pieces of bags in the house.
Let's go back to the moment earlier this same day when the police arrived at Margaret's address for the welfare check. It's just after lunchtime, and they're expecting it to be little more than a routine visit. The trail, if there is a trail, will surely lead them out and away from the house. But it doesn't. The second Candace lets them in, they notice a strange smell lingering in the air. The smell is that of decaying human flesh. They also spot 3 white plastic trash bags on the floor of the basement. Around these, they see bloodstains. One of the bags is open, and it visibly contains human brain matter. There's a knife lying on the floor beside it. Candace Craig has just let the cops into a murder scene. As the officers search the house, they also find a chainsaw cover, cutting utensils, and cleaning materials. Finally, they discover the chainsaw itself. It doesn't take much of a leap of the imagination to realize what horrible purpose that chainsaw had. A neighbor approaches the police, seeing them roping the house off as a crime scene.
They even had like a little table with one of these umbrellas. They had that out there. They had the grill.
In hindsight, they think that what Candace and Celia were burning was human remains. Candace isn't going to crack, so the investigators focus in on the weaker link of the two, Celia.
You did this to your grandmother? Like, y'all got the nerve to say the devil ain't real? This was them, y'all? You know what I mean? But the devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you see somebody partake in this, man, that was the devil. You know what I mean? That was the devil. You feel me? The devil never forces you to do anything, but one thing that the devil do, he operates in your mind. There's a lot of y'all that's watching this. One thing I can say about myself, and I'm glad I can say it, you know what I mean, is my mind. I have control. I feel like I have control over my mind now. Some control of my mind. My mind used to control me, bro, back then. You know what I'm saying? My mind used to control me. Not control me, but I used to be so much inside my mind than I am in reality. You know what I'm saying? Have y'all ever physically been somewhere, but mentally you somewhere else? Physically, you're right here, but mentally you in a whole nother place. Self-control over the mind, bro. And like I said, me getting closer with God, that helped me. That was the best thing I've ever done in my life, because without God, I was screwed. Without God, y'all, my mind was so bad. And it's a lot of y'all right now. If we knew what you was thinking, bro, you would be ashamed of what you was thinking. You'd be ashamed of what came across your mind. I know I would. You know what I'm saying? Some of the thoughts that you freaking think is unhuman. It's so wicked. And you know it too. I know it. You know what I'm saying? Now, one thing you got to understand is that the devil just going to keep on. I told y'all another video, the devil going to keep on. Bah, bah, bah. If you ain't got God, you screwed. I'm going to tell you that straight to your face. Word up. If you ain't got God, you screwed. You're not more powerful than Satan, bro. You're not. The man is a genius. He's an evil genius. He has demons assigned to you who knows you, who studies you particularly. These are spirits, bro. It's spirits that's in this world. You are a spirit. That's why when you see somebody die and they can't wake up, they're dead. Their spirit is gone. This is a cover-up. We are actually spirits. So when we die, our spirits go to another dimension and we're left here. That's why when somebody dead, they ain't moving. They ain't there. They're there. That shell is there, but their spirit is gone. It's a spiritual world in the real world. You have demons assigned to you because the devil is not like God. He's not everywhere at once. You have demons assigned to you who knows you like the back of your hand. He know what you struggle with. He know what you deal with. He know what you talk about when you're alone. You know what I'm saying? He know the conversations you having. So they just gonna keep on. All right, we almost got him. He thinking about killing somebody. Okay, let's keep on putting these killing thoughts in his head. Or he think about doing this. Let's keep on. And then eventually what you thinking in your mind becomes reality. Everything that happens in reality came from a person's mind. Even if it's good. Everything that's in reality came from a person's mind. The mind can control you if you allow it. But you got to understand, Satan is the king of lies. So instead of letting our reality shape our mind, we let our mind shape our reality. When there's nothing but lies. But you getting closer with God, that's what help you with that, though. You are not powerful alone. You will lose without God. I got to tell you that right now. So keep on trying to battle Satan with your own self. Keep trying to change. You keep trying to, you know what I'm saying, battle him with your own self. You're going to lose every time. You know what I'm saying? You're going to lose every single. Why do you think these folks be killing themselves? Because Satan know what you're dealing with. Demons know. The demons know what you're dealing with. Okay. We almost got her. Boom. 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 Next minute you know. Gone. Without God, you are nothing. Yeah, that one. I want y'all to think. Without God, you're nothing. Without God, you're screwed. Y'all remember when I had my first channel? I had 75,000, making the most money I've ever had in my life, and I was the worst I've ever been within. That's a crazy thing, right? When it came to worldly things, y'all making like close to 4,000 a month. Got dang near 100,000. What the world calls success, I was succeeding. But true success, I was failing. I was terrible. Within, I was terrible. What is it for a man to gain the whole world when he loses his soul? My soul was terrible. My within was terrible. How come I'm making all this and I'm still not happy?
Chopped up, in the basement.
Money don't change it, boy. Telling you right now, I had a lot of money.
At this point, that's over.
Money don't change that, Joe.
A sudden revelation of
you can't buy happiness. You can't buy peace. You can't buy calmness. You can't buy that, Joe. You can buy everything in the world, but you can't buy that.
She starts telling the truth immediately.
So you can think of anything, let me know.
I know I heard my grandmother scream, but
when was this?
This was Monday. Now I know I was screaming, but she always screamed. Like when she used to fall and stuff, she would always scream. So I asked my mother what.
Hey Bama, everybody know me, bro. Everybody know.
All I heard was a scream.
Everybody know Bama.
So you heard her scream on Monday night, and then
Real was in Alabama. Real was
in your room.
I was
Oh, so you was already up in your room, and then you came out of your room. Actually,
no, my mom, she came in my room. I was like, "Who's that screaming?" She was like, "Bringing off something over," but it didn't sound like bringing off over something because she was in the basement. I didn't really hear anything.
So you heard her scream basically from her room, and then your mother came in your room, and shortly after, and she said that it was Benny had knocked over something. Yeah. You just didn't think twice about it.
Yeah, because she always, when she falls, she screams.
Okay.
The investigator knows she's starting to get somewhere. In order to encourage this confessional spirit, she offers Celia some food or drink, like a reward.
Oh
my. Do you need any water or anything like that? Anything like that? Yeah. We have snacks and stuff.
Yeah.
What do you eat? Like, are you allergic to anything?
I'm not.
Okay. I'll be right back.
Then she leaves Celia alone for a moment to stew in her thoughts. Look at her body language here. The reality of what's happening is slowly sinking in. She's resorting to self-soothing, hugging herself for comfort.
There you go.
She looks at the cuffs attached to the walls, like she's contemplating the very real possibility of future prison time. Her only hope is cooperation with the cops. Like she's resigned to this, she takes the fruit cup the investigator gave her and opens it. She's going to try to take charge of her future now, even if that means turning on her mom.
I just want to clarify. So you said that you heard your grandmother scream on Monday night, but you still saw her on Tuesday morning? And you're sure that she was snoring and not like, and you just didn't like, you know what I mean?
Y'all, this is not like she's crying. Look, this is not her crying because she misses her grandmother. This is her crying because she has the realization that she's going to prison for the rest of her life. This is her crying because she is scared of going to prison. I don't want y'all to think that this is a sign of remorse. This is not a sign of remorse. This is a sign of scare. These are scary tears. I'm scared because I got caught. I'm crying because I got caught. That's the only reason. You know what I mean? I can promise you she didn't cry at all days after her body was dismembered. She didn't cry at all. Thought she got away with it and everything. That's not remorseful tears.
I heard a voice, so I guess she
heard a voice.
Okay,
so I told her that I was leaving out.
But she didn't respond back to you. So she very well could have not been alive at that point. Okay, were y'all close? Okay.
Candace's story hinges on her daughter having seen Margaret alive on Tuesday, but Celia didn't actually see her.
Because it's one thing for a loved one to die from cancer or old age or whatever, but to have someone die, where they're chopped up, that's completely, you know what I mean? That's different. That's a different kind of suffering. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing natural about that. So that's why we're just trying to get to the bottom of this story, because it's just the smell of a dead body is very, very memorable. So you know what I mean, you come in the house, in how we found her, or wherever this body is, how we found the body had was dead for at least 2, 3, 4 days, because it was kind of decomposed. So it had been there for a little bit. It would match up for what you heard on Monday, because, it's now Friday. So a body, chopped up or whatever in that state, it would make sense. Unless what you heard on Monday, it could have been whatever was going on down there.
Go and just tell her what's going on.
But
Come on.
You're saying that you saw
time for all that crime, man. Come on.
And seeing her sleeping.
Time for it.
It wouldn't go with how long that body would have been in the bag. You know what I'm saying? We're just investigating this at this point. So we're looking for you to know anything that you know. It's important. And even if it's something small that you might think it might not matter, it would matter to us.
I was going through my Amazon orders. I saw she ordered a chainsaw.
On what day was this?
I gotta look back on the orders.
Was it this week though?
Yeah, it was this week.
Okay.
I know she ordered a chainsaw, and I was asking like, what is it for? She didn't really tell me.
The detective clarifies what she already suspects, that Candace is the prime suspect here.
Is she like normal? Does she have like rage fits? Is she violent any time?
I know my mother and Billy, they argue and stuff, so she would like go stuff at him, like do like hard stuff. Like last time she threw something at him, I made her hold in the wall.
So you just pretty much have like fights between them, but never with your grandmother. Has Vinny ever had any issues with her grandmother?
We observe Celia keeping her arms wrapped tightly around herself as she reveals how conditional her mother's love can be.
Today she really said to me, oh, I love you, I love you. So when she's telling me that she loves me, that means something really bad happening. Or she did something.
Is that abnormal for her, or normally when something's going wrong, that's what she normally tell you?
Something goes wrong.
When was the last time she said that to you when something went wrong? Like what happened with that?
She learned these things, I love you, so...
You just knew something was up because she was
I was at work, she was telling me, the police is here, I love you, and I was calling her phone, she didn't answer, she finally answered.
Hey, y'all kids, y'all love them, y'all.
My sister the same thing, she loved them, and stuff.
My kids, y'all love them.
something was wrong.
This is an obstacle to her cooperation. She doesn't want to betray her mom. The investigator tries to put her mind at ease.
We don't go back and forth about, or we'll go to your mom and be like, okay, well, your daughter said this, but that doesn't make sense. We would let your mom tell her story, and then after she's finished telling us, we'll ask questions, and like, hey, so you didn't smell a body in the basement, and then we leave it at that, and then we just talk at the table, and that's it.
Yesterday when I was washing clothes, I did smell something, but I don't know what type of smell that was.
You never smelled it before?
No, just a bad smell.
It just stunk?
Yeah, it's like the whole basement living room.
It just stunk.
And I realized the carpet was gone.
Did you have carpet there before? Okay, and it just disappeared?
The smell of a corpse is obvious. So obvious that the police didn't need to be in the house for more than a few moments that day to realize what they'd walked into. The investigator tries to impress this upon Celia.
So through this whole thing, between your mother telling you not to go to your grandmother's room, to seeing the carpet gone, to you didn't think anything was where it was going on, because your mother never at any point said hey, this is what happened, this whole time.
But I was trying to answer the question.
Did she have something to do with it?
And you heard from grandma and stuff like that. She said,
Or was it the daughter? Because I'm reading the title. It said cops suspect missing grandmother was chopped up and grilled by her own family. You know what I mean? So did she have something to do with it? You know what I mean? Is she a suspect? Still trying to figure that out. We know the mama a suspect. We know that for sure, Leo. But I need to find out, is she the suspect?
Barbecue?
I don't think she had nothing to do with it, chat.
Did I eat any of that food, or she just grilled and didn't bring nothing?
She just grilled.
She just grilled.
I smelled it, but I just didn't see no...
Just grilling human remains.
Okay.
She probably thinking that, man, we finna, you know what I'm saying? We finna get some barbecue, grandma, mama grilling. You know what I mean? Finna get some barbecue, walking outside. I would have walked outside. Oh, shoot, what you grilling, my dude? Look, red. Mama, is that a leg? Immediately, I'm going to the police. You know what I mean? I'm walking up to the grill thinking there's some ribs, some chicken. Oh, mama. Oh, eating some barbecue. What, we got some potatoes? Oh, mama finna go stupid. Mama, is that a leg, mama? Mama, is that a leg? You know what I'm saying? I tell my mama immediately. I don't care what you kill my pop. You kill my pop. My mind will literally, you a psycho. I don't want to hear nothing from you, mother. You're a psycho, and I have to get away from you before you kill me. You kill Pop, oh, you gonna kill me. You know what I'm saying? I turn to my mother immediately. I told y'all, I am not loyal to the core. A lot of y'all loyal to the core. I ain't loyal to the core. Do something evil, I switch up on you immediately. Do something wicked, or I'm gonna switch up on you immediately. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get away from you immediately. She did it. I thought she was grilling some chicken. I thought she was grilling some ribs. And I walked to the grill, man. She grilling the leg, dog. Good God almighty, dog. You know, I'm thinking we having a regular barbecue day, man. I walked to the grill, man. She grilling the leg, man. Get that crazy woman of mine. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put on the show for the police officer. Oh, mama gonna get some years. I'm gonna have to testify on mama. I'm gonna testify everything. I'm gonna say everything. So I ain't loyal to the court like y'all think. Y'all loyal to the court? Like if I was her, I'm telling everything. I'm telling everything mama did.
Police came and found nothing. Did you never see those trash bags and basement at all? Did you smell it?
You smell something?
Celia's listing her mother's suspicious
You
behavior,
had something to do with that junk.
but she's not quite revealing everything.
I'm asking, like, what do you think could have went wrong between you and mom?
They know she killed her now.
It could have got, like, to the point where...
But you trying to hide something.
Grandmother ended up in a position where they might have been in either a physical altercation or altercation that just went bad, and she got to this point.
I think altercation that went bad because I heard her scream.
You hear your grandmother, but you didn't hear anybody else scream that night. Like, nobody argued with her, nothing. You just heard her scream.
I didn't hear the scream.
Just heard her scream.
Nothing at all.
Nothing. So you didn't hear the chainsaws or nothing?
Yeah. You think you heard her snoring, though? Did you smell anything when you went in the room?
I smelled
Pee?
So it kind of...
That's some stank pee, right? I mean, you smell pee, that's some stank pee. You ain't supposed to really smell pee for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, like when you pee in the toilet, you ain't supposed to, like, just smell pee. That was some funky pee, man. If somebody smell your pee, like, if you walk in the bathroom and your pee getting smell, like, your pee smelling, you need to drink some water, bro. That ain't normal. Pee ain't supposed to just smell like aroma throughout the, you know, when it come to doo-doo, you smell doo-doo, but piss? Dang, shout it. You know what I'm saying? What type of piss? That dirty pee.
They mentioned in the police report that
Supposed to smell.
that you and mom were acting kind of weird that day. Like, kind of trying to get them.
I don't know, y'all. I got clean piss, so maybe it's just me. You know what I mean? I drink, you know what I'm saying? I drink a lot of water, so I got clean piss. You know what I mean? So I don't smell my pee. Maybe y'all smell y'all piss. You know what I'm saying? But I don't smell my pee. You smell your pee, man, you need to go to the doctor.
No.
I was trying to, like, get them to stay.
Just that me and your mom tried to...
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what she was up to.
Oh, well.
I don't know, she was keeping playing her own things.
What's most clear is that Celia couldn't have failed to notice her grandmother being murdered right
That's what I'm
under her
saying.
very nose. And when these dominoes fall,
Yeah, you a
they
suspect.
all fall.
You a suspect.
She sketches out a horrifying sequence of
Me, you
events.
laughing. Yeah, you a suspect, bro. I was trying to give you a benefit of the doubt, bro. I was trying to be on some like, yeah, she probably ain't a suspect. She probably just, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you a suspect for sure. You leaving some stuff out for sure. You a suspect, gang. Lock her up too, bro. She just as guilty as the mother. I'm telling y'all right now.
On May 23rd, the early hours of Tuesday morning, over a week earlier,
Got her.
Celia heard her grandmother scream. The next day, she found Margaret's remains in a blue bin in her bedroom. When she confronted her mother about this, Candace enlisted her help in dismembering Margaret's body.
So you helped?
Using the chainsaw she'd purchased.
So you knew. So you knew your grandmother was murdered, and you helped your little psychotic mother dismember her body. So yeah, you just as guilty as her. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I told you, I would have turned on mama and me. I would have slapped the taste out of my mother's mouth. I don't hit women, but that day I would have slapped the taste out of my mother's mouth and would have ran out that house and called 911 immediately. You know what I'm saying? And I would have slapped the living taste out of my mother's mouth. You know what I mean? 'Cause I'm scared for my life. You know what I mean? Why you acting like this normal? Why you coming to me talking about you dismembered? You killed my grandmother, bro? You know what I mean? You killed my grandmother and you acting like this normal? Or you think I'm finna take your side for this, huh, man? Woman, you killed my grandmother. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I don't play with my grandmama, man. You know what I'm saying? You killed my grandma. You killed what? You killed Ruby Freeman, man.
Amazon. They tried to burn her remains on May 27th,
Mama got you slapped.
the day the neighbors saw the fire. They also tried to grill her body parts, grilling pieces of chicken alongside them to try to disguise the smell.
Oh,
Candace
heck no.
had killed her mother by suffocating her with a trash bag. Then, with the help of her 19-year-old...
You did what? So you put your mother's remains beside some good chicken?
The fire. They also tried to grill her body parts, grilling pieces of chicken alongside them to try to disguise the smell.
No.
Candace had killed her mother by suffocating her with a trash bag. Then, with the help of her 19-year-old daughter, she tried to cover it up. It was a week later that Margaret's remains came to light. But why? By all accounts, she was a loving, caring daughter, dedicated to nursing her ailing mother. In just one night, all that had changed.
The mother and her daughter have been charged in connection with murdering the family's grandmother.
A woman allegedly killed and dismembered by her daughter and granddaughter. It's a case that is stopping everyone in their tracks, and as Lex Juarez explains, it's posing a challenge for investigators, too.
Margaret's bank account was active even after her death on May 23rd, buying a box of 13-gallon trash bags, paper towels, and a plastic drop cloth. The chainsaw purchase was also in Margaret's name. If Candace had used her mother's money to buy the items used to dispose of her body, what's to say she hadn't been using it while Margaret was still alive as well? This was made tragically evident by a series of phone calls made to Margaret's bank. In many calls, a woman who said she was Margaret Craig asked the bank to approve large purchases, such as a $211 pair of collectible sneakers, and wire money into Candace's account. In other calls, a woman who called herself Margaret, whose voice was notably different,
Stealing from your mother, bro? You know what I'm saying? You stealing from your mama, bro? That junk is crazy, bro. This lady is stealing from her mother, bro. She was stealing from her mother when she was alive. That's crazy, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I wish my kid would, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm gonna watch them little mother effers. When I get kids, I'm watching the mother effers. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about none of that. I don't trust my son. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust my daughter. Y'all think I'm just like that? I'm like that with my daughter and my son, too. We sleeping with the doors open around. We sleeping with the doors locked around this mother. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you how my mind operate, man. That little mother effer. What if I whoop this mother effer right here? You know what I'm saying? I discipline, because it's gonna be some discipline in this household. You gonna get whooped. I'm gonna spank some. So it's gonna be some discipline in this household. So what if I discipline this mother effer? And this little bastard, oh man, daddy gotta pay. You know what I'm saying? Daddy gotta pay. I don't like how daddy just whooped me that night. Daddy gotta pay. I'm gonna kill that little bastard. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I think, y'all. I whoop that little I whoop that little bastard. That little bastard, man, I'm thinking 10 steps ahead. Okay, I gotta lock this door because this little bastard probably come in and kill me. Put some bullet holes in that little bastard. I'm telling you right now, I'm telling you, I'm a different type of man. You know what I mean? Loyalty, I'm not gonna son. Chill, son, come in here playing. Put some buckshots in my son. I'm telling you, I'm a murk son. No, straight up. I'm telling y'all, bro. Hey, I do not play about me. I'm trying to tell you, I will murk anybody about me. Anybody about me. I don't care who you is. Play with me. I ain't gonna give you no warning. I ain't gonna give you nothing. Try to murk me you want to. Try to play with Jay you want to. Know what I'm saying? You'll get some bullet hole.
Pleaded for help. She'd been noticing strange purchases appearing on her statement from services she'd never used, like DoorDash and Lyft. This was the real Margaret, discovering that she'd been the victim of financial fraud. And the culprit was none other than her own daughter. Celia confirms this.
Like no beef or nothing in the house.
Your own daughter doing this, bro. You expect this from a stranger.
Well, about your grandmother thinking that your mother was still away.
Crazy.
And sometimes my mother would go to the bank, and I go home and grandma would be like, where's the money at? And the money's gone.
Candace was systematically stealing from her own mother, who had a healthy retirement pot.
Heck yeah.
Sometimes she'd even enlist her youngest daughter, who was 12, in the scheme, getting her to phone the bank for new debit cards. When Margaret finally realized what was going on and confronted
her 30,000 saved, though. That's good.
Monday night, Candace killed her.
So she confronted. That's crazy.
For new debit cards. When Margaret finally realized what was going on,
all this over money?
Her about it that fateful Monday night, Candace killed her. Candace denies all of this. She even tries to blame Celia and her middle daughter for the killing. But Celia knows it's time to do the right thing. She pleads guilty to accessory after the fact and is sentenced to supervised probation for 5 years. In exchange, she takes the stand to testify.
Hold on. She needs some 30 years, man. You know what I mean? She need 30. Oh, she need 30, man. What's going on, bro? On the head, no. You know what I'm saying? Do we have to we have to boycott, y'all? You know what I'm saying, y'all? Do we have to boycott? I think some boycott got to come on. You know what I mean? This woman right here helped her, you know what I mean, dismember the body. You know what I mean? Helped her dismember the body. You feel me? So she knew her grandma was dead, and she still, instead of running out there to call 5-0, she helped her mother dismember her grandmother. Yeah, she didn't kill her grandmother, but she helped try to get away with it. You know what I mean? She helped the dismember, she helped the chopping. She helped the chopping. You know what I'm saying? She helped chopping, she helped grilling, she did all that. So she a psycho just like her mama is. I know any normal person, any normal person, we running out the door. We slapping taste out of mama mouth. Any normal person, we call him 5-0. But you help dismember the body, you help chop up the body and put it on the grill, and you only get sentenced to 5 years probation? Oh, heck no. Yeah, man, we got to go see this case, man. We need to see this case, man. We need to give us some years. So you telling me that this psycho is out right now? You know what I'm saying? Yo, she needs some time, man. We got to do something. It got to be something we can do. It got to be something we can do.
Against her mother. She tells the jury about the stealing.
It got to be something we can do, man.
And the killing. She tells them about the burning and the grill and the chainsaw. All the different methods they tried and failed to hide what Candace had done.
This woman is literally helping her mom cut up the body.
When asked why she helped cover up this heinous crime, Celia just replies, "Because my mother asked me." She must also undergo psychiatric and psychological evaluation and a drug and alcohol evaluation.
You realize who you just let on the streets? Did you realize who you just let back on these streets?
She will live with her grandfather, Margaret's husband, in D.C. until...
Your granddaddy stupid. Your granddaddy dumb head, huh? You think I'm finna let a little psychopath, knowing that she has some, what in the, you see what I'm saying? You see how too loyal? Yeah, grandbaby, come grandbaby. Come on, grandbaby, come on. Y'all see what I'm saying? Too loyal? That little bastard would have asked me to come. You better get the heck out of my phone. Your number is deleted. No, I delete your contact. This is your granddaughter. Can I come stay with you? Oh, you better get the heck out of my phone, man. You know what I'm saying? Blocked immediately. You let this little psychopath, you know what I mean, come home and stay with you after you just seen what she did to your ex-wife?
She finds herself permanent housing.
God.
Candace, meanwhile, is found guilty.
Don't be surprised when we see Grandpa chopped up.
Factors in her life.
She was someone who worked hard all her life. She was providing for her grown daughter.
She had 30,000.
Her grandchildren, and she even allowed her daughter's boyfriend to live in the home. So this is a giving, caring, loving, compassionate, and understanding woman who was killed, who was asphyxiated by her daughter. And make no mistake, Miss Candace Craig absolutely committed this crime, and she is now being held accountable.
As a result, she's sentenced to life without possibility of parole. Today, she sits in prison, with her family still reeling from what she's done. Not just murder, but the murder of a vulnerable elderly person and a loving grandmother. What do you think about this tragic story? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay safe, keep up with our channel.
Hey, look, that's what I try to tell y'all, man. For any parents, man, she was too nice. Grandma was too nice. You being too nice can hurt you in this world. Even God ain't too nice. Just saying, even God says no. Even God don't give us everything we want. Why this little, oh, you not staying in my house, you over the age of 20, 25, you out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it real with you. 25, you out, gang. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. I'm going to force you out. You know, you're not staying in my house. I don't believe parenting ends, you know what I'm saying, after high school. I'll give you some time to get yourself up. But I'm going to let you know 25, you out of here. That's it? You out? 25, you done. You think you're finna be, your grown self, 44 years old, you think you're finna be staying with me, gang? with your boyfriend? I'm still taking care of a grown person, 44? That's what I try to tell parents. That will happen to you when all you say is yes all the time. Every time she get in something, you there to save her. So Margaret, her demise was her being too nice. She didn't know how to say no. She didn't know how to say no. God probably gave her numerous of times. She ignored the signs. I told y'all, parents be trying to play God a lot of times. A lot of times parents be trying to play God. God trying to discipline them. God trying to, you know what I'm saying, make them learn about this situation. Here you go, stepping in. You know what I mean? She need to get disciplined because her being disciplined in this situation actually going to help her in the long run. But here you go, saving the day again. Every time she get in trouble, I got to go save her. I got to go save her. So she never learned. So you know what that child learned? She don't learn from the mistakes. You know what I'm saying? She don't learn that this, you know, every time I make a mistake, every time I do something, you know, I got to be held accountable. She don't learn that. She learned that every time I do something, mama going to save me. So no matter what I do, mama going to save me. I can do this, mama going to save me. I can go to call my mama. She going to save me. Call my mama. Call my mom. Call my mama. You feel me? That's all it's going to be. So the whole time, Margaret was probably doing this since since this woman was so little. It just kept on going. Now she's 44, still taking care of her. Now she's 44, still depending on mama now. I'm going to show my kids when they young, my kids going to learn them consequences. Go out here acting a fool you want to. I promise you going to scrape that ground. My kids going to scrape that ground. They going to understand very, very young that your actions have consequences. Well, I can't do this because I know daddy and mama ain't going to save me from it. You dang right, son. You dang right. Because I ain't finna be taking care of no grown. I was finna say it. I ain't going to say it. You know what I'm saying? I was finna say the N word. I know I don't say that no more. But I ain't finna be taking care of no grown bastard. You know, especially a grown man, a grown woman too, but especially a grown man. I ain't finna be taking care of no grown man. You soft. My fault, y'all. My fault. And you know what I'm saying? The whole time, you feel me? I ain't even supposed to be doing that right now. You know what I'm saying? What up? I'm tripping, chat. You know what I'm saying? I'm tripping. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm talking to my son right now. You soft. Cupcake. Ain't no soft mother ever around me. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Straight the freak up, man. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, man, look, man. Hey, look. Hold on. Let me see what it's 12:52. No, we could